So welcome back to another stream. First, I'd like to apologize for not being able to stream this morning. When I was going to stream, when I got up this morning, I had no power. By the time I got power back, let's just say it was already time for me to get ready for work and do get ready for like a couple of meetings. So that's why I didn't have a morning stream. But anyways, I'm going to just jump right into it. So yesterday's stream, I showed how to create like a few custom like shapes and custom like physics bodies and stuff like that for low-level physics inside Unity. I'm kind of building onto that, or building on top of that a little bit today. I'm going to be making some scene view tools. So I wanted to show what I mean by scene view tools. So like Melvin May, the creator of like the Unity dev that made the low-level physics system and added it into Unity. He has like a package called like low-level physics extra, and it has like a scene shape and like a scene body, and then like extra components and stuff. But I'm not kind of using them because I'm going to be adding my own like custom logic for physics. But I want to just show this off. He actually made it where there's like, depending on what type of shape you have inside of the scene shape, it actually creates like editor tools that you can literally like just move around, grab, and so forth. And I kind of want to do that. I want to make sure that my own custom tools can easily like move this around. And the reason why I mention that is at the current moment, I really don't have a good way to like edit the values here, and that's not good. So we're going to be working on that. So yeah, so let's begin. I'm actually going to be adding a circle, or wait, did I ever add the circle shape? I actually might not have added the circle shape yet. I did. Okay, that's weird. Circle. Okay. Oh, wait. No, wait, did I accidentally name that? No, there is actually a, okay. Might be a little bit like more tired than I thought. I swear I dragged the, okay, I know I'm dragging the circle component. Okay, one second, hold that thought real quick, guys. Oh, my bad. I forgot to, I just like copied this and I forgot to accidentally like do that. Oops, my bad. Okay, let's do this real quick. I was like, why is it creating a capsule component instead? Okay, so that explains that. I actually did not pick that up yesterday when I was working on this. Okay, so let's do this now. All right, so make sure that I could actually like just, yeah, there we go. All right, so we got an item pickup that I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to just use an example. So first, let's actually talk about how we're going to achieve this. So Melvin May actually create like he actually has like a set of scene geometry tools. So like this is actually some of his like actually wait, yeah, this is actually like his scene shape geometry tools. Again, I'm going to be making my own custom ones, but I'm going to actually be like using this as a reference to learn. That way I can actually see like, okay, how did the Unity devs like actually make it, and then how I can make my own. But yeah, so first things first, I'm going to work on the circle tool, because obviously it'd be kind of useful for people to be able to just like be able like update and like change like the sizing, everything. So we're going to work on recreating this kind of scene tool for all our custom colliders, or well, no longer called colliders in the level, it's called physics shapes. So yeah, so I'm going to just use, I'm going to like go through how they did it with the scene shape, and then I'm going to like just recreate it, and then I'll try to make my own version of it. But at the current moment, it is going to be a learning process for me, because I have actually never done this before. So yeah, so basically what I have abstract class called shape component tool, and it's basically going to have like the logic. It has basically abstract class or abstract method called onTool GUI, and basically depending on what kind of physics shape component. So whether it's a like a SF circle shape or SF rectangle shape, depending on what kind of component I currently have selected, it'll actually show a different set of helper tools. And basically, I can implement different logic for each different one. So I'm going to be working on the circle shape geometry tool first, and we're going to see how well this goes. And basically, how this works is I actually have a class called shape scene editor tool, and it inherits from editor tool. And this is actually a Unity API, like a Unity class. And we're going to actually be using this to create our own set of tools. Basically, whenever we activate, we just see what tools are currently, or like what we currently have, like selected and so forth. And targets is basically an array of objects being selected. So yeah, and then on tool GUI, whenever Unity uses this editor tool, it basically runs this, and that's how it appears in scene. So each shape geometry tool will actually basically be called here. So let's actually begin. Let's go into circle thing. So first things first, I kind of want to see how they actually, how Melvin actually did this. Okay, so I did like a little like rundown before I start the stream. This is just see like, okay, this is how actual like Unity devs did it. So basically, like for anybody that hasn't seen it, I'm gonna just do this real quick. This world, I'm gonna just set this up so this can be seen. There's actually a method called draw shape, or not draw shape, but like draw circle and stuff like that. And then you have like world.draw box and stuff, and you can actually use these to actually draw stuff like this. So like if I actually reopen this, you can actually use it to draw like a debug render view on the scene. That's how I actually have like all my like tile map colliders visible and stuff like that. So I'm going to be using that to actually like render the tool visually. So we're going to want to somehow get this for the thing. And let's actually begin. Let's actually start from first thing. So first things first, we want to get the geometry. So if I do, so how is he actually getting the shape? Oh, okay. So basically, he has it where like in the actual like base class, there's actually a basically you want to actually have like in your tool the shape that you're actually like editing. So I'm gonna just do this, and once you actually get like the shape, you can actually do a couple different things here. Let me make sure I'm understanding this right. Yeah, we're gonna do this. So first I have to get the geometry of the shape, and knock on wood, thank you to Melvin Megan for actually giving examples for this, because I actually do like have some of the example stuff pulled up. So first we want to make it where whenever like the we want to like draw the circle, and then we want to draw labels showing like the radius and so forth, and then actually after drawing the labels, we want to make it where we can actually like drag the circle to scale it and so forth in scene, and it'll actually like update the little physics shapes. So we want to get the geometry first. And we want to get basically the like local geometry, and this part I am kind of curious about. So I'm actually gonna look at this to do scene shape. Oh, okay, so this is actually getting the so how he does is he actually gets the scene shapes. So I'm assuming the shape target is actually just like a scene shape, right? Yeah, okay. So instead of that, since I'm not using scene shapes and I'm actually rolling my own custom thing, I would actually want to use my custom physics shape. So, and I just called it like component, shape component. And then we want to do the instead of saying like I actually want to do get this shape for now. Yeah, I actually want to get the sheen shape component. Actually, I might not even need to get a local geometry versus normal geometry. I might be able to just get by with my SF. Yeah, I might actually be able to just get by with only one. We'll find out. Maybe I only need this. Might only need this. All right, so grab the geometry. Need to get the relative transform. Since this is like using scene view handles are technically in like 3D. And in fact, if you actually go to like a thing, there's actually like, you know, you could do like 3D icons and stuff like that. So we actually gotta like work on getting the relative transform, which is a matrix. So low-level physics actually has quite a bit of stuff for us, thankfully. So there's actually a built-in method called get relative matrix, and basically you get to transform. And do note, like this is not like the transform component. Like this is not this. Low-level physics actually has their own type of transform. If I actually like grab like a shape here, so this shape is a low-level physics shape. If I actually go here and if I actually get the transform, and let's go to it real quick just to show this off. Well, it opened up on the other thing. You'll notice that the physics, instead of a component called transform, it's actually a struct called physics transform. And basically it's a 2D representation of like a low-level physics shape in a physics world. So note this transform is not the same as the transform people are normally seeing on components. And then basically let's do whoops, I did not mean to actually get rid of that. Let's do shape, component shape, and oh, wait a second, I just realized. I might actually need a, I might actually want a thing. Okay, so might actually want a, so this one actually is a normal. Okay, so I'm gonna make a note here real quick, just for future reference. So the first transform, a physics transform, second transform is a component transform. So this one is actually a physics transform, and then like this one is actually expecting a actual like game object component transform. But they're both called transforms. Just heads up. And then I need to get the, actually I might actually want to get a body and so forth. Actually, let's do ref shape component. Let's actually do this real quick. Dot body. Oh yeah, okay, so I actually can't do that, and the reason why is because this is actually a get setter, and since it's a get setter, I can't do a ref on a I can't actually do a ref on it. Oh yeah, okay, I remember why I was doing this real quick. This is gonna be a fun one. All right, this is gonna look weird for a little bit. This is gonna look weird. This is actually gonna change. I'm actually gonna be removing this one, and this will actually no longer be a get setter. Actually, I'm gonna just make a little note real quick. Public physics shape, get shape, and we're actually gonna do this. I'm gonna say shape. Okay, this is gonna look weird for now. And I'm actually going to okay. So the reason why I'm having to do this is because you can't actually use like I can't do ref var on and line, so it's actually saying since I'm creating temporary value. But if I were to do like the shape dot body, and wait, actually is property body. Oh, is actually property body also? Ooh, let's go check this out. Maybe body is also, okay, that might be two different things that I have to like get around. Okay, you know what? There's a way to get around this. I might not, I just won't be able to do like ref here. That's okay. Yeah, that is a okay. Okay, so what I might have to do is instead, I might actually do physics body to get around this. And what I'll do is something like this. I'll actually do body. And that will actually, so when I'm actually creating tool, okay, so instead of, yeah, it's okay to use this. So now what I can actually do, I can actually go back into like the, get rid, close some of these things out so I don't have to have them open. So now if I actually go back here, now I should be able to use ref bar body, and I'm going to actually say ref, and I'm going to say body. All right, yay. Okay. I can do this. Okay. Is this also done from a get setter? Darn. Okay. So because this is from a get setter, I actually can't do like ref bar and then like ref. Yeah, so you'll actually give me error, but that's okay. I just prefer, I actually prefer to do this just in case I have to like actually edit the body. That's okay. And I guess, and the reason why I'm doing ref bar here is so I can actually, well, here I actually will show it. I'm going to get to this point, and then I can actually get show why I want to do that. And first, let's actually get to that point. All right, and sharp target. Oh, actually, I can just use, instead of using physics transform, I can actually do, I can actually use the transformable of these. Okay. Well, target, scene body, transform. Let me actually see. And scene body, unmarshaled. Oh, okay. Okay, this gets really messy very quickly. This gets really messy really quickly. Nope, I'm not going down the rabbit hole. Not going down a rabbit hole. You know what? Oh, you know what? Do I even need to really do this? That's to think about it. Okay, so hear me out. I might not have to do this because, like with Melvin stuff, like when he was doing this, he actually has them as two separate components. But since I actually have them as the same, object, I might not have to do this. We're gonna, okay. I might be able, okay, this looks weird. I'm actually just using this twice, but I know it's gonna be weird. So it may look weird. I'm doing physics math on like the same transform, but I want to see something. Okay, so once we get like the handles, I'm gonna actually test like drawing the world real quick. I want to actually like test out like how it actually looks. So let me grab this. It's at the moment I'm just doing a lot of code, and there's actually not like a lot to actually see. So let's actually get something so we can see like actually. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to check if the world is valid. If the world is not valid, I'm going to just say world equals default world. Also, if you do like physics world.default world, if I actually go to my setting or like assets, actually I could go to project settings since they're also in there. If I actually go to project settings, when you're using the low level physics inside Unity, there's actually this inside physics 2D, there's actually this little like physics low level settings thing, and you can actually just go here and you'll notice that there is a physics world definition. So if you are doing like the like default world, if I'm thinking correctly, it actually just gets the actual like your default definition value here. Oh yeah, it even says default definition. So if my world is never valid, I can actually just guarantee it's valid by making sure it's that. Might have to do some validation, make sure like the world is the same world that my little physics components are attached to, but hey, we'll find out. But now I can actually say draw circle, and I need to do physics.math dot to position 2D. First we need to get the shape origin. Oh wait, before I do that, I actually need to set element def 3D. I also need to get the shape origin with that. Okay, so shape origin time. Let's go grab shape origin. Let's grab. All right. Yeah. Okay. So var shape origin equals physics math dot to position 3D, and I gotta say body. Wait, set. No, that should be like body, right? Yes. Okay. Actually, wait. Oh. Maybe I might not need this. I might be able to just get away with just like body. Not use like the ref part. Okay, yeah, let's just do body. And if I'm thinking correctly, transform point geometry.center. That way, like whenever we create, like whenever we're like creating the tool, so it will actually start in like the center of like the handle will actually be at the center. Shape component dot transform dot position, and then I'm thinking that I just need I just need to get like a transform plane, and that's probably gonna. I might not need to put it up here. I could probably just put it down there, but we'll find out. Like I said, I am just researching how it was done by the Unity devs, and then I'm gonna create my own custom version of it. So basically, get like the transform plane. Well, actually, that would actually need to be. Ooh, wait. I actually need to make a way to update the tool. And this actually needs to be, I don't mean to zoom in, but whatever. We're gonna actually do this real quick. Yeah, okay. I might have to see what would be the best way to do this part. Because if I'm thinking correctly, yeah, if I'm thinking correctly, I can just Do 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 do. Oh wait, is this like Oh, okay, I see how he's doing it. All right, sorry guys. It took me a second to see like for me to like figure out like how this is supposed to be like done. Um all right, so full update tool. All right, so for now return true and and basically like this is actually meant to be put into oh, okay. I can actually, since that's actually part of the abstract class, yeah, we will do this. And we're gonna just say implement missing members. I swear there was a way to make it where I just implement all missing members at once, but oh well. Do do do. Okay. So we need to first update this. I'm gonna just say we're gonna need to see if we're gonna need to have a way to make it where like this is only updated when we yeah, we're gonna have to make sure like this is only updated whenever we actually update something on the physics component. So bool. This is why it's useful to like go through like the Unity devs code because like I'm actually learning quite a bit by actually like just going through how they did it and seeing. So make sure this is false. Okay. Because we only want to like update the editor tool whenever like something's or like redraw and everything whenever we actually like change actual value. Also, I hope my typing is not coming through the mic. I'm gonna move my mic real quick actually. All right, there we go. All right, so and instead of putting that here, I actually need to bring this down here. Yep, okay. Make sure I'm putting this in the right spot. I'm gonna actually minimize this real quick. Okay, so what do we do here? Let's do return true real quick. So oh, I might not have to worry about this now since I think about it. So the reason why when the Unity devs like when Melvin was like creating this for Unity like actual like thing, that way where you can actually like use the scene shape and like actually allows you to like switch between different types of physics colliders, but I'm making a dedicated component per type of shape, and the reason why so I can do like more helper functions be for like intersections and stuff. So I might actually not need this, but just in case, I'm going to be doing a couple things. First, we need to make sure that the actual like shape is valid. Okay, yeah, I know there is that. Return true. Because if the shape is valid, we don't need to go through updating the shape again. then we need to make sure like so the shape component is the actual component you attach to the game object, so like SF circle shape, and this is our local, like the local catch that's actually being used to like I'm gonna actually say add a little comment real quick. That is being drawn. All right, let's do this. This swirl.draw, draw, etc. What I mean by like physics world draw methods, I mean like basically like this world.draw not a static method got to do, and I gotta say draw. I'm talking about like the draw line, strip, draw points, and stuff like that. All right, so where was that? Oh yeah, shape is that, and then I'm gonna just check to make sure. I'm gonna add comments to this so it makes a little bit more sense. Then we gotta check if it's valid again, because it'd be kind of awkward if it is basically whenever we are editing the actual shape inside the editor, we're actually editing a local like version of it that's actually not the shape that's inside the component. When we're done like moving the handles and actually like scaling everything, that will be actually like set that the final value after the handles are updated will be actually set to the shape component. So first we have to see, is our local shape valid? I'll return true. If it's not, check to see assign the actual component shape to it. And after we assign the shape component to it, make sure like our actual like in-game physics shape is actually valid. Because if it's not valid, you can't do like physics queries or anything like that. You can't do a lot of stuff. Well, you could do some stuff. It's just not going to give you the results you want. I'm going to just say body equals shape.body. I'm going to actually just copy these, because then I can do world equals shape.world. And world is like the physics world that you're trying to simulate stuff in. Transform. No. Transform plane. Hold that thought. I accidentally capitalized the L. Ignore that. And the world should have the transform plane in it. Okay. And then we return true. Okay, don't know where the Android thing came in, but sure. All right, I'm gonna have to look more into this, because this is like how it's done inside the actual like a Unity editor original components. So I'm gonna see what the setup of this is. Okay, so if world is not valid, yeah, we grab that, and then now we can do this. I can finally start actually getting the shape origin. Okay, so first we get the shape origin, and to get the shape origin, we actually just get, last thing we need to do was get the transform plane. Ta-da! Okay, we can finally go to the next step. It's a miracle. I'm gonna just like format that a little bit better. Yeah, that works. Makes it easier. And then I can actually like take the shape origin. I could just shove it in here, and shove it in here, and transform transform plane, and then I could do the geometry dot radius, and then color. I think default is like green. I think that's the same one. Okay, it's gonna be weird. Okay, so before I forget, if arc shape changed, I need to do shape component dot update shape. This is, I finally get to use this. Okay, so I've had this like in the code for a long time, and this is like the first time I've actually have like reason to use it. I knew it was going to be needed, so I just put it in there. But like this is actually the I'm hoping like I changed the position of my microphone, so I'm hoping like my keyboard stuff is not like coming through. I apologize if it is. I'm actually, one second, I'm gonna like just test real quick. Okay. I looked in OBS and it didn't show any like keyboard things being done. All right, so we got the end of it, and ironically the beginning. Now we got to do the middle part. Like no joke. We got like the end part of it and so forth, but I need to actually do the rest of it now. Okay, so if I just do this, okay, I was expecting that. Like I am expecting that because I haven't done like the other thing, but I just want to get like all that part through. All right, so now I can actually, all I got to do is actually set the shape component, and that's usually done. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna just do this in the constructor. Actually, I already made a constructor part for this. Yay! Okay, there we go. And I'm hoping that I actually already did this. Let me double check. I am calling this right. So if I actually do this, actually go. Wait, yeah. So I am calling base thing. I need to. I'll sooner or later need to pass in like the tool settings. I'm gonna have to like look up more on that and make sure I'm doing that correct. Okay. And now, if I actually go here, make sure that I'm actually calling. There's one last part. I'm pretty sure I already called it, but let's make sure. Okay, yeah, cool. Create tool, and then create tool should be literally right here. Yay! All right, now, wait, did I hit save? Yeah, I did. Okay, so hopefully, no, like if I now do it, there won't be any errors. Okay, cool. Yeah, now we just got a lot of invalid arguments, but that's okay. It may not look like much, but we are actually getting there. Yeah, okay. So it may not look like much, but like with now we're actually to the point where we can actually like do a lot of stuff. So I will actually grab a couple things. Actually, relative matrix. I might not even need the relative matrix because my body and shape are part of the same like SF shape component. So I might not even need this part anyways. We will find out. Okay, set up the handles. So let's say our snap equals editor. Oh god, I forgot what it's called. Is it like editor snap settings? Snap settings, yeah, and yeah, there we go. That way, like if we have like the snap tool, like the snap tools on and stuff, and we're actually like pulling on the handles, it will actually like snap with it. And this is where it gets a little bit of, I'm not sure if I'm doing this next part correct. Physics, math, and it's get translation. Oh, is it axis or axes? I think it's the vector 3. Okay, I'm actually pretty sure it's a vector 3. And then handle right. And then we only should have like a couple more lines of code, and we should actually have our first actual in-scene tool that actually works. I hope. Then we got to get the matrix, and then transform plane. So setting up the there we go, properties. Add a little bit more. Oh, do I need to multiply? I think I might. Okay, I think I might have to do like one more thing. Oh, actually, yeah, I do have to do one more thing. There's actually a reason for having handle right. I need to actually multiply. Vector right? Okay. And this is where my idea of like math is actually going to be really vector 3 dot right, and then transform plane. Okay, well, let me see. Oh wait, no, is this, do I just normalize this? Normalize? No. Okay, let me make sure. Body rotation, get matrix, get to use transform planes, multiply the vector. Oh, okay, so this is right. I just accidentally put I accidentally put the that in the wrong spot. That actually needs to be right here. Yay, okay. I think pretty much I do the same thing here, but since this is the handle up, I need to say vector 3 up. And the reason why we do this is Unity's new physics, low-level physics system is not constrained. Like you can actually choose to have the new physics system be like go in like a top-down view, side view. You can even have it going at like a little angle and stuff like that. So that's why we're having to like make sure like whenever we're doing the handle, we're actually like seeing what your current simulation, like what you're saying is the actual like usable plane for physics 2D. Because the low-level physics does not care if it's like XY or like XZ and so forth, which actually is pretty useful for like if you do like Legend of Zelda, like if you're thinking like a top-down or Legend of Zelda game or a Vampire Survivor game, you can actually use this for a few things. All right, and then I think I need to actually grab the labels. Okay, so set up the labels, and we hopefully will actually be able to see this. Actually, before we do that, let's actually go ahead and get the handle size. I remember, is this handle utility dot, okay, get handle size. I think it's just shape origin, right? Well, we will find out. Whenever I get into a scene and I start using this, we'll find out if this is correct. I might have to like open up like another example from Melvin to make sure I'm actually doing this correct. Okay, so I know the next part. Like I said, I tried to like look as much of this up as I could beforehand. So I've had to like go back to references. So basically, they do. Is it draw and scope? Okay. And you have to actually again have fun times with matrices. TRS, right? Yeah. Shape origin. If it makes everyone feel better, it's only now that I'm going to be doing a lot of like really weird math. Afterwards, like once I'm done with like this part, we can actually start seeing like cool things. I'm hoping to get to like shooting arrows because I plan to do like a arrow shooting tonight as well. So, and having like the arrow actually stick to a platform and actually create like a new standable platform, or actually crack the walls. I want to get to sprite destruction because there's actually like a way to do like a sprite destruction now. Like imagine if anybody's ever played like Worms 2D, yeah, that kind of sprite destruction. Okay, so handles. No, this actually needs to be the glass color. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is where the actual like tool thing came into play. So public constant color. We're gonna say grab handle color. And I'm gonna say color dot no equals color okay. I like how it keeps I love how it's like not even saying I got to do like color through too. Really? Maybe if I prefer only. Oh, okay, that's actually weird. Oh, you know what? I know why. I actually know why. I forgot. I'm actually already inside the base interfacing, so I had to do it this way. Get set. And then I actually can go. I'm assuming that yeah. Okay, yeah. So you can actually just go and do that here. And to do okay, well, I want to see like where it is originally set. Okay, so it is set inside. Oh, okay. So that's what that panel is for. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back to this. So there's actually like this panel. So I'm assuming this is what it is. Let me maybe do. Maybe that was not like oh, it is. Okay, yeah. So this is what this is. Okay, so that's what the panel was. Okay, so you have to actually set it in the overlay panel. Interesting. What I might actually do is in here geometry tool settings. What I might actually do is I might actually just say equals color and might just set like the default this way. And I'm gonna just say like white smoke for this. And then I can just say oh yeah, let's actually close out that. I don't need that anymore. That horrendous looking thing. Okay, so now I can actually just go and say oh, did I ever set the tool settings? I did not. Okay. I gotta set this real quick. Geometry, tool settings, and ooh, actually wait. I don't need to do that. I actually do not need to do this anymore. I do actually not need to do this anymore. I was gonna have to do that, but I actually was gonna be changing how this is actually done, so don't actually need to do this. I can actually just say grab. Yeah, I'm gonna just set this way. All right, that's what I actually got that. We're gonna have some fun here. Grab the radius. And we're gonna say editor GUI. I really wish there was a UI tool, like more like UI toolkit like stuff instead of like using like the old like mGUI. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say editor GUI dot in and change check. Just so I can do it. All right, so let's make the, okay, so I'm gonna make the center label first, or actually, sorry, not the center label, the radius label. So I'm gonna just say radius, and I'm gonna just say handle right. So this is why we did all this, like getting the actual normalized value of the correct transform plane matrices up here. I'm gonna just say that, and I'm gonna just say geometry.radius. So now, like, this will actually get like the radius of here, and I can actually like also do the center points as well. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna say new radius. And we will finally have our first handles. Thankfully, after the first one is done, the rest of them becomes very like a lot simpler. And then handle direction, handle right, then handle up. And I'm trying to remember, there is like oh yeah, the size. Did I ever set the handle size? Yeah, I did. I think I did, right? Okay, I did get the handle size matrix. Okay, yeah. This is actually a Unity method. Whoop. And let's do handles dot. Okay, this is actually, since we're doing spear and then snap. I think that's it. Okay, just to make this a little bit more readable, I'm gonna actually like bring this down here. I know it's a lot. It is a lot. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna just do this down here. I know it's adding more lines, but like whatever you're like coding, it's better to have like readability. I mean, this is personal preference. I prefer readability. All right, so now I can say do this in a if. I can do. So we want to make it where, like, if you do like Control Z inside of Unity, we want to make it where you can actually like go back to the original thing. And we're gonna say and this undo record object, if I know like a lot of people actually don't use it, but I'm trying to remember, is it not there? Yeah. So if you actually see here, you can actually see like you can actually like go, like instead of having to like Control Z crap ton times, you can actually just go to undo history, and you can actually like just click what point in your history you want to go back to. One second, guys, I'm gonna turn on my heater for a second. Also, if you guys hear anything or hear anybody else, a family member that likes to feed my 4-foot lizard. I have a 4-foot reptile, and they they really like to feed them. So, yeah. All right, anyways. So after we get the undo record done, we actually need to now set the radius. New radius dot magnitude, or is this, yeah, magnitude. So oh, you know what, I just realized I actually do need a local geometry. Reason why I need local geometry is I actually need to come down here, and I actually need to say geometry, and then we actually need to do inverse transform, relative transform. dot actually I might not need this because I'm gonna actually just show this. So any like let me actually just grab this real quick just so I can show this. I actually go to like scene shape. I actually go here. Oh, it opened up in the wrong monitor. Nice. There we go. Normally, like you can actually like scale the size of the thing. Actually, I should make this. Okay, so let's use this. So in the components, if you actually change like the scale of the game object, it actually, if you are like the reason why I'm doing this part, it will also scale up the radius. So if you see here, like the radius actually gets updated unless I have scale radius turned off. So that is actually something that I probably should actually do. So I'm actually going to go here and I'm actually going to just join this. And I actually did not think about this in my base component. So this is my custom component that I've been working on to actually create like a custom physics shape. I need to actually do this. Let's actually grab that. I'm going to just put it right here. Let's actually say scale size. I'm gonna actually just, yeah, you know, that actually makes sense to have that as default true. So we're gonna go here and go back, and I'm gonna just say dot scale size. All right, so and now we can finally reset the we're gonna say shape dot circle geometry, and we're gonna say local geometry. And then we just have to say the target shape was changed equals true. And by doing this, it'll go through the entire process. Like once it reaches down here, it'll know like, okay, we need to update the thing. Okay, so I have no idea if this is actually correct or not. Oh. I actually need to update this real quick because I forgot that I no longer need this anymore. This also needs this remove. 1 second. And that should fix that. Okay, cannot modify the value. Oh yeah, because this is again, okay. Wow, this is actually really kind of, I might have to like just do, I might have to actually change how I'm doing this part. Because technically, okay, so just using this as an example, I just have this temporarily up here, but since this is not a getter setter, if I actually do it this way, and I say circle geometry, do that, and it'll work. No errors that way. should. Oh yeah. So what I might have to do is might actually just have to give up on like doing it this way and actually just do okay for now. Okay, this is gonna be stupid. I know this is gonna be very stupid. Okay. Physics shape, shape. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna have to do a couple of things real quick. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I could do it this way. All right. Set shape geometry. This is yeah. I could do it. Okay, this works. Sorry, I had to think about this for a second. I was like, is this gonna work? Is this not gonna work? Actually, we're gonna do it this way. That way I can do as little indentations as possible. I'm gonna just say, we're gonna just say geometry. Params. Actually, wait, let's do this real quick. Okay, C#. Params. Or, well, trying to think of like the way I can do this without having to like do a lot of. Might be able to just do it this way. Geometry type. All right. Wow, I hate this. I hate this with burning passion, but you know what? It works. All right, so here we go. All geometry types are literally structs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like where struct. This I hate this. Well, whatever, it works. Okay, so and then we're gonna do a switch expression. Actually, no, we'll just do it like building. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Actually, no, switch expression might actually be the better choice for this. Yeah, we're gonna just do this. And this is gonna be a fun one. We're gonna say, is circle. It's massively. I'm actually not sure if this will work at all. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, no. Maybe. Okay. All right. Unity. Oh, okay. Downside of Unity being on the old version of .NET. You can do this with a newer version of .NET. You can't do this on the version of Unity's .NET. Same thing with like records and stuff. Okay. Well, we're gonna do it this way then. Okay, yeah, we're gonna just do this. Whatever. And I'm gonna just say, I don't think you can do this, but we're gonna find out. Case, circle, geometry, break, and then copy how the body type pattern. Oh, come on. Okay. So I'm gonna see if oh, you know what? That works. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, at least Unity has C#9. Okay, so I can at least use C#9 stuff. You know what? Thank God. Okay. That would have been a little bit of a headache trying to figure out how I want to do this. Okay. And yeah, now I'm missing a couple of things as well. Chain geometry. Chain segment geometry. Yeah, there we go. And then we're gonna just do actually, right. We'll just do default break for now. Okay, circle geometry. So yeah. I hate this so bad. But this way we can at least be like actually do circle geometry, and I can actually say shape dot. It's stupid that that works. I love and hate it at the same time. All right, let's just do it this way. I love and hate it at the same time. Okay, so if it is a polygon geometry, we do this. Capsule geometry, polygon. Capsule geometry. I'm pretty sure, like, if there's like a forum for like a somewhere for like coding spaghetti or something like that, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could see this being here. Ooh. Okay, yeah, there's chain geometry. Okay, geometry of a chain. Cat, you're gonna get bit. My cat is trying to steal a piece of food from a dog. Geometry. Oh, wait, actually, sorry, I forgot. Chains, it's a little bit weird for chain geometry, so I actually got to do this. Okay, anyways. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, so literally all the chain geometries. Okay, so I actually, that's actually calculated a different way, so I cannot do that. I'll actually do this. I'm gonna just, we don't need this in like build, so I'm gonna just do Unity editor only. One second, I gotta go move my cat. All right, I'm back. Anyways, I'm gonna just say, get type name. The reason why I'm doing get type here is because this will actually be calculated during runtime. So like if I have a class that inherits from this class, so for example like the SF tile map shape, it'll say like tile map shape instead. let's go here and we're gonna just do game object.name. And let's say unsupported. And then give the game object for context. There we go. Okay. Sorry that took so long. But now, behold the glory of, holy crap, we can finally move to the next step. If I actually go back down here now, I can actually say, do set shape. And fingers crossed. I don't know if that's gonna work. I would not be surprised if that does not work. If it does work, A. Alright, so go to item pickup. Okay, well, any errors related to that? No. Invalid. Okay. Did I ever? Oh, you know what? I never said it, did I? Oh yeah, you know what? Body equals we're gonna do this. And I'm gonna do the same thing. There we go. All right. All right. And I said first attempt at trying to learn how to do this. Okay, so okay, well, you know what? It appeared. It appeared. So I actually got it like actually appearing now. That's good. Okay. Okay, so that's good to know. We're also gonna need to do okay. I'm gonna have to check this out. Because that is not doing exactly what I was expecting. Okay, so yeah, if shape is valid, yeah, return true. Let me actually get the oh, I actually need to do this. So actually, okay, maybe instead of actually doing this here, yeah, let's actually go down here and actually do this inside the update tool. So we need to also make sure like need to make sure like this is finished being valid. There's some cases this might not be valid whenever like on validation or on validate inside the inspector is actually being called. That's the thing about this. So we're gonna do this. And then do body dot is valid. Also gonna do this. And we're also gonna say remember, these are all structs, so like whenever we're assigning this is actually assigning by value, not by reference. So I love how that one just got like thrown all the way to the end there. And I can actually just say, I can do this. Ew, caps lock snow. Wait, and maybe if I'm lucky, I got this correct. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I have not done this. Okay, I might have to like find a different way to like set the thing. Actually, what I could do is just in case, we'll see if this works first. I don't think it will though, for one reason. All right, so nope. Okay, let's do this then. So I'm thinking. So it's saying that. Let's do dot body dot all right, let's just do this. Okay. Oh, well, okay, so I made it past this point. Okay, so maybe I just need to do this. Instead of doing it the other way, I'm gonna actually just put it right here. I'm gonna just try this out. I'm gonna say, I wanna see this equals, all this. We'll do this. If it gets past these points, what I'll do is I'll just assign the body inside of this method instead of inside of the update tool method. Okay, and hey, okay, so cool. Okay, it may not look like much. It's not moving or anything, but that's actually a good thing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna say, yeah, instead of going and updating it all inside of the update tool thing, I'm gonna just actually do it this way. So I'm gonna say, screw that. And I'm gonna say, don't worry about this. Same thing with this. And this. So and I'm going to just say return shape dot is, or I can actually just do return whether this is true or not. And I can actually get rid of all that crap. It seems like redundant for those parts. I might be able to get rid of those too. It's just one of those weird things that is how a couple of these are done. Okay, so what I'm going to do, instead of sending that stuff, I'm going to do transform plane, and I'm going to just say equals body dot transform plane. Or actually, wait, I need to get world first. Sorry, world equals body dot world, and then transform plane dot equals world dot transform plane. And let's see how well this looks. All right, so okay, good. Any warnings? Nope. Okay. Yay. Love having pet reptiles. The chaotic duo, the chaotic group is just so fun. A cat, reptile, a couple reptiles, and a dog. Lovely combination. Okay, well, anyways, so what I'm gonna do now is, so we actually have a little bit more stuff. I'm gonna actually draw the handle radius. We're gonna like actually make that spear look a little bit better in a second. But before doing anything else, I need to actually like draw the radius label. Alright. The more I look how like how Melvin did it, the more I'm having ideas how I can do it a little differently, just because I'm using my own custom component. Because I'm trying to like follow basically how it was done. Oh, you know what? Okay, so or how like it was originally done by the original like low-level physics Unity devs. I'm gonna just say .color. I'm gonna just say actually wait. Let's do. I'm gonna actually just go here. Where is my yeah? I'm gonna just do duplicate this real quick. Label color. I'm gonna say actually don't know. Okay, well, you know what? For now, everything's white. You get white. He gets white. Everybody gets a white color. And I'm gonna just say equals and get the label and so wait, is this oh, I'm gonna add some context. This is for and that way it's a little bit easier to understand. I might have to turn off some of the like automatic formatting. I was testing out like a different formatting stuff for JetBrains Writer and might turn it off soon. Anyways, so basically, we're gonna say we're gonna test this out if we're in like a local space or not. For now. Between local and world space for tool labels positioning. For now, I'm gonna just say geometry just for now. But technically, like sooner or later, I'm gonna need to do like something like this where local space, local, just gonna put this down here so I don't forget later. And then we're gonna have to do a way or option to make it where like users can actually like switch between local space. Dot label, oh no, handles dot label. Dot label. Geometry dot radius. We're gonna say plus handle size. So we're getting, this will actually get us like the radius before we started editing it with the scene tool, and then like the handle size that's actually returned is actually taken from, like, if we actually go up here, it should be actually, no, okay, I did get it right here. The handle size will actually be like the kind of like zooming in and out. So how should I explain this? It's better if I actually just demonstrate it. Probably be. And need to make it where it's the right size. And then need to actually tell it to be radius. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to just actually like do the exact same formatting that Unity actually does. Oh, I actually have a custom float formatter. Well, that's nice. Yeah, they actually have like a custom float formatter. Yoink, I'm going to just copy that from Unity's code real quick, because I don't want to actually have to do that myself. I'm going to just do this here. Just shove this in here, shove this in here. Also, if anybody's ever wondering why, like I do like the scene handle and stuff, if I actually go inside the structure and so forth, you'll notice that this region actually appears here. So it makes it easier, like later on, whenever my code gets really big, where I can actually like go through and just get through it very quickly. I technically should be doing that a lot more often, but I haven't. I'll probably regret it too, not doing it as I'm going. Okay, so fingers crossed. We're gonna pretend we don't see those errors. I see no errors. And let's try this. Okay. Well, I mean, no, actually, no, that is right. I forgot. I was expecting it to be here, but I was like, no, that needs to be the center label. Okay, no, that's right. Okay, that is correct. Yay. Okay. So now we can actually start seeing like what the like updated value is as we like drag the handle. Okay, I really gotta like make that handle look better, because that's just, I don't know how to describe how uncanny that is. Let's actually see. I feel like I might have switched some of these. Okay, let's see. Yes, that's right. That's right. Body rotation, get matrix, transform plane. I am like multiplying it. Yeah. I am supposed to normalize it, right? I hope so. Wait, is this supposed to be? Okay, hold on. There's. Ah, what the hell? OBS just crashed. Okay, OBS just crashed. I do no idea. Okay, I think OBS is back. I don't know what that was about. I never had OBS do that before. 1 second. I have a pitiful person asking me to open their peanut or cashews jar for them. I have a family member that had surgery on their hand, and they literally cannot do anything. So they'll randomly like come up and be like, "Hey, I need you to open this." And it could be like something like small or like something random, like really big move. Anyways, okay, so that's correct. Wait, it is supposed to be get translation ignored. Editor snap settings is correct. Okay, maybe it is shape target. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, not sure. I just had to make sure that I'm actually like looking at shape. Oh. Do shape. All right, so what if I do this? Shape equals shape component, where I'm actually gonna need a copy of that. And let's actually try this. And like it says, value is not used in any execution pass. Yes, it is. Make sure I didn't accidentally do new handles. Yeah, matrix, shape origin, vector 3.1. Yes. Okay, that's correct. I'm literally just making sure I did not mess any of this up because there's so many random things that are here. Okay, begin check. Handle slider. Yes. All right, see if that actually helped it. No, why have you forsaken me? Oh, I bet I know what I did. Okay, so I got new radius, right? And then I have radius value. All right, radius. Put that there. New radius. Okay, hold on. I think I know what I did wrong. All right, so all my positioning and stuff is right. But I realize I might have actually done this part. Old radius. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just realized what I did wrong. I'm assigning back to the wrong one. It's always a fun thing to learn like stuff on stream. And once I get like one of these like scene tools down, I can quickly go over and like grab the new stuff. All right, so let's do this real quick. I'm gonna see. Okay, so updated radius. Yeah, okay, so basically what happened was the second value is like the updated radius. I'm yeah, okay. So if I actually go to do editor GUI and GUI check record shape component geometry radius, yeah. And then do the local inverse that. The only thing I could think of is it's this part right here. Or for some reason, let me actually see. Okay, let's see. I'm about to enter JetBrains Render debug mode. Because like this is like the last thing. If I can figure out this thing, all the other tools, okay, yeah. Okay, is there any yep, okay, that's what it is. Okay, so the issue comes to this point. So I'm gonna actually click this. I'm gonna actually go here and I'll actually show where the problem is stemming from. All right, so false here. So whenever I'm like updating it, okay, it goes true a little bit, right? And whenever it's going to true, it's actually not like properly like updating the actual like geometry. So if I actually go here and to set shape, I'm gonna see circle shape, circle geometry. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go for here. So I'm gonna actually take this step by step. We're actually going to show what all is the issue and what caused it and how to fix it. So I'm gonna actually enter JetBrains debug mode just to demonstrate this. And we're gonna actually go in here and have some fun real quick. All right. Did attach to, okay, yeah, so just had to make sure that it's actually attached to Unity. Okay. All right, yep, so it reached here. All right. So I'm gonna actually, let me make this one a little bit bigger. So it reaches here. We go into here. We actually go in. So it is actually going into our geometry. So the circle geometry is showing a radius of 0.2. Okay. When and it's actually updating that. So the circle geometry is now showing this, and we're gonna step over, and target change is true. So what's happening is once I get down here, we go here, you'll see that the radius goes back, or yeah, okay. So the actual like geometry right here is not actually matching this. I need to actually tell it to go through here real quick. Okay, so label geometry. If I go here, I say radius, okay. So it is saying 0.5. I go over real quick, and I'm assuming that I'm going to get into like the update shape part. Yeah, so I'm going to actually get into here, and I'm going to assume that after I get out of here, it's going to nope, don't want to go through all that. Okay, we're gonna go. Oh no, Unity, it goes through the rabbit hole. I love that. Anyways, yeah, okay, so I need to just force it to update afterwards. So this by the looks of it is actually not like going as expected. Okay, so if target shape, instead of doing this, I need to say debug.log. I'm gonna actually just yeah, we're gonna actually just see if this was just being blocked updating wise. We're gonna say circle geometry, and I'm gonna look at the radius, and we're gonna see if this is actually going through here now. Because by the looks of it, it wasn't actually like going through all the validation steps. Please be right. I hope I'm right. Okay, so is it registering inside of the no, it is not. Okay, so it is not updating the actual thing. Well, I'm actually stumped. I know it's actually like switching this target to true. So I actually know like this is actually being set to true. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I'm gonna do this instead. I'm going to simplify this. I'm gonna take like 1 second real quick. I'm gonna just see if maybe the way I'm looking at this is wrong. Because I thought you can just do it this way. Alright, yeah, editor GUI, begin check, or begin change check. Make sure, get the, like, the original geometry radius, radius value. Handle position is that. I got the direction correct. I got the right up and handle size. Spare handle cap. Yep. Okay. Well, that sucks. It's actually not even like registering the update. So if I actually go, yeah, so it's actually not registering. Do record. Okay. I'm actually a little confused on why this is not actually going through. So, new radius magnitude check. You know what? I wonder if I can just do this. Shape component.shape. And if I'm gonna say, you know what? We're gonna just brute force this maybe. I want to see this. Yeah, okay, so can't do it that way. Okay, well. Yeah, I might have to take a break and figure out like why it's not going through all the way. Unless, okay, what if I just do this? If I just say update shape. What if I manually tell to update shape? Because if I manually tell to update shape, it'll actually go through like all the process of like actually creating like the shape geometry and all that kind of stuff, and it'll actually check all the physics. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to force it to just update the shape right there, and we're gonna see how this looks. So I got like the handle and everything drawn like on, like no matter like what rotation the physics plane is and everything. But for some reason, okay, well, okay, so even like it's even saying like updating the tool right there. So I'm assuming maybe it has to do with oh, okay, actually I don't need to call this. And the reason why I don't need to call this is because I'm actually calling it right here. Well, crap. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Because I was expecting this to, you know what? Crap. Hold the thought. Whoops. Okay. Oh, come on, save. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Because I think I just got where to okay. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna try this one thing and I'm gonna like see if that is actually nope. Why if I actually leave it in so let's not do 3D gizmos. Let's do 2D. Okay, never mind. Let's do 3D. Or no, actually, wait. That was actually okay. Let's lower this a little bit. I don't know if that's actually getting bigger or smaller, or if it's even changing at all. Whatever. All right, I am going to call it, and I'm going to try to figure out why the radius is actually not like being sent in. Thanks for joining. I mean, like I said, learning experience. This is me just trying to learn stuff. I have a feeling it's the like I have a feeling I know where the issue is. I'm pretty sure it's the relative like a transform. If I actually don't use like a relative transform, like a okay, so if I actually don't use a relative transform, where is this actually used at? Okay, if I just don't use that, and let's actually say actually just do this. I'm gonna just I'm gonna hate it. That actually is all it was. I don't think it is, but hey, we I at least learned some stuff while working on this. Nope. Yeah. And nope. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see something. If I got a scene and I actually have this like removed, if I actually have like the scene thing open up. Yeah, why is it so small? Compared to unless I need to do maybe local geometry. Maybe instead of that'd be very ironic if it was. So if I actually just do the SF circle and I open this again, and nope. Ah! Oh well. It feels like the specifically the cap is the problem, like the spear cap is the issue. But I will not waste everyone's time struggling on stream. I will try to figure this out, and once I figure out like what it is, everything like every other like for every other tool, I'll pretty much be able to like copy almost the exact same code, and I'll just have to change it from like a circle shape to a polygon or like a like the for tile map shape. I'm probably like I'm probably not gonna have a custom tool. I mean, I've pretty much got that automatic, where it just automatically like reads a tile map renderer and automatically creates like a low level physics outline. But for now, I am going to just try to see where I'm running into any issues. I am going to end the stream. Everyone have a good night. Thank you so much. Once I get this actually fixed, I'll probably make a little example video of showing all the like tools. I'm pretty sure it has to do with like a transform plane. Like I'm pretty sure I multiplied a matrix wrong or something, or the shape is not being like whenever I'm updating a shape, since it's a struct and copying by value, it's actually not properly getting something like it's not actually updating the circle geometry in the low-level physics world, but I'll find out. I'll figure it out sooner or later. But have a good night, everyone. Take it easy. I'm okay with like where I got it.